Welcome back. You're watching KTN Prime. Let's now get into sports news. Harambee Starlets arrived safely back home on Tuesday after being crowned Sekafa Women Champions on Monday. Starlets beat Tanzania 2-0 at the Azam Complex, courtesy of 2 goals by eventual top scorer Gentrix Shikangwa. The team enjoyed a trophy tour from the airport to the Eastern Bypass onto Outer Ring Road and thereafter Thika Road. They were then treated to a luncheon at Utalii Hotel.
Kuwachapa ikuwa rahisi kupiga mtu kwao, lakini sisi kama wachezaji tuliamua tukashikana kimoja, tukasema Tanzania this time watufungi, watakuwa wametuzoea. So sisi kama timu tulishikana kimoja ndio tukashinda.
Mimi nafurahi sana kwa sababu ni challenge kubwa kwangu. Hii ndio mara yangu ya kwanza kufika Sekafa.
Sisi kama timu tulikaa chini tukaangalia kupoteza kwetu kama Zambia tunakubali kwa kuipoteza, lakini tukiangalia ile kwa lugha ya kimombo inaitwa under the lines, we were better side na tungeweza fanya vizuri zaidi. So I think sisi kama team technical pamoja na wachezaji tuliweza kukaa pamoja na tukazungumzia azimio yetu, kwa sababu immediately after Zambia tuliweza kuja katika kombe la Sekafa.
Now, buoyed by winning the 2019 Women's Sekafa Challenge Cup in Tanzania, Football Kenya Federation is considering bidding for the 2022 Africa Cup of Nations as the women's football team continues to gain momentum in the country.
If we win 2 matches, 1.5 or 2 matches, we will go to the Cup of Nations. This time, hatubahatisha, tutakuwa ready kwenda Cup of Nations next year. From there, if, and I think I'll speak to Hassan also, if viwanja zetu zitakuwa ready, Kenya itabid 2022 Cup of Nations for women.
Now, as part of preparations for the 2020 Olympic campaigns, rather, the National Olympic Committee of Kenya on Tuesday held talks with a delegation from Karume City, an inland town on Japan's Kyushu Island, that will see Team Kenya train there prior to the Summer Games to be staged in Tokyo from July 24th to August 9th of 2020.
We have just come to join us here today. It shows the importance that they are putting in terms of collaboration between the National Olympic Committee of Kenya and the Karume City, and also in terms of bilateral agreements that immediately after, way after the Olympics is over, we can still engage in terms of National Olympic Committee and Karume City in Tokyo, in Japan.
Now, the 9th edition of the East Africa Safari Rally Championship revs off tomorrow in Mombasa, and drivers will go through muddy terrain during day and night for 9 days, covering East Africa. The first 4 days of the competition will be held in Kenya, while the last 4 and a day's rest will be in Tanzania before returning to Kenya for the final leg.
At this event, the East African Classic Safari, and how have I prepared? You can't prepare unless you live in Kenya or East Africa, right? How do you prepare? I don't have roads like this at my house with my car. So you have to come here and then practice a little bit before the start of the race, and then practice in the race, right? Train in the race. To have an amazing experience, to see the beautiful countries, to finish the race. My first expectation is we'll finish the race.
Now, Kenya kicked off the 2019 International Junior Tennis Championships in style by drubbing their opponents at the Nairobi club today. Now, Edmond Ogega and Kyle Shah both coasted to wins of 2 straight sets against Junior Hazimwami of Rwanda and South Africa's Willem Rosenshon, as fellow countryman Kennedy Musembi lost to Portugal's Evan Morgan on a similar margin. The tournaments end this Saturday.
Mashindano haya yanawasaidia wachezaji kupata alama muhimu katika ile tunaita ITF ranking, ambayo itatumika hata kuangalia watakaoweza kufuzu kwa Olimpiki za Tokyo 2020. Ndio wachezaji wetu wanapojiandaa katika hiyo michezo ya Zonal East Africa ambayo itaandaliwa mjini Dar es Salaam, Tanzania kutoka tarehe 4 hadi 13 mwezi wa Januari mwaka ujao. Michezo hiyo pia ni kujiandaa katika mashindano ya Afrika nzima ambayo ni mwezi wa 6, alafu wakifuzu wanaenda katika World Championships in September next year.
Well, and that's all we had lined up for you today. Thank you for joining us here on KTN Prime. And of course, that's it for the sports news lined up for today. Thank you for joining us.